Welcome, bandits. Good afternoon. I appreciate you guys joining me. As I mentioned yesterday, we're going to be live on the Hat Show page and on YouTube. That's the Hat Show TX. I appreciate you guys following me, subscribing. I know I posted a couple of posts in regards to my subscribers saying using the Hat Show method. So I just want to go over that. There's a couple parts to it. So before we get started, I appreciate you guys joining. There's been an influx of new subscribers and new followers to the page, and I appreciate you guys supporting the Hat Show. First of all, the Hat Show, it's all the hats that I wear. That's why it's called the Hat Show. Besides the gambling hat, I also do the Marine Corps, Rotary, Toys for Tots. I'm also on the school board. But besides all that, we're just here to talk about the method. So with that said, and then call you guys bandit on top of that, just because I want you guys, as soon as you win, I want you guys to walk away. That's my goal. When I'm at the casino, I set a goal of a certain amount, and once I hit that, I'm gone. Usually, sometimes within 3 minutes, within 5 minutes, or within 11 minutes. So let's jump into the method. I actually don't even have notes over here. It's all in my head when I teach it to a lot of my subscribers. Which, by the way, I posted a couple of videos for those of you guys subscribe. That should help you with it's called the Math Series. Review those videos. So for all my followers, what is the method all about? So there's a few parts, into the method. The first part of the method is having a goal. So as I mentioned in the beginning, you got to have a dollar amount of goal. For me, when I'm at the casino, anything $800 or above, I'm done. And most of the time, I achieved that within 3 minutes, 11 minutes. For those of you guys that watch the full video of my play. The second part of that, again, the first part is having that goal. The second part of that, there's 4 parts into this method. The second part of the method is actually the days of the week that you want to play. And that's where the data comes in, which I share to a lot of my subscribers. For you guys, I'll just let you guys know pretty much Wednesdays and Thursdays are my lucky days. And then from there, I also have Saturday, which is today. So I'll be out at Choctaw later on today playing. So those are pretty much the information that I provide to my subscriber, which the algorithm have changed in the summer. Throughout the summer, I'm relying a lot on that data. I also keep track of my wins, and if the algorithm changes things, changes in regards to up or down, I'll share that with my subscribers. So, and then the other part of my method is pretty much picking the same machine over and over. So that's number 3. I would say 80% of my wins have come from the same machines that I play. If you guys watch my videos, not the followers video, you will see that I play certain types of machine, and those machines I play the same machines over and over, whether it be a $10 Gems of Jewel or a Crazy Bill or a $25. Let me just check my phone. $25 Crazy Bill and or Gems and Jewel. With that said, when I'm at the casino and someone's playing my machine, sometimes I'll walk around and wait. If not, I'll play. And that's when I lose, actually, when I do not play my same machines. So for you guys out there, what I want you guys to do is pay attention when you're walking around or you're looking for a machine to play. I want you guys to see if that machine pays out, and if you've seen that machine pay out twice. And again, my data has been 5 years of data that I rely on. As soon as I win, I walk away and I put that information to my spreadsheet. And then from there, I calculate it, review it, and then decide which days to decide and play. The fourth part into my method is the some of you guys have called it the tap 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 1 2 3 method. I will post a video because I can't do it over here. Pretty much what I do is it's what I call I cycle through the bets. So I start off. Let's just take on a 3 credit machine. I'll start off with 1 credit, press the button to 2 credit, press the button to 3 credit, and then press it again to 1 credit. So I cycle through it. It's called the tap. Some people call it the tap tap tap. Some call it the 1 2 3. I generally just go tap, just cycle through it. It's what I call cycle through it. The reason I do that is and again, I appreciate you guys. You guys look like you guys been waiting, and there's 33 viewers. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys comment below, I'll see you guys comment. So let's talk about the tap 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 1 2 3 cycle through method. The reason I do that is I look at the bingo cards, and this only applies to a lot of the VGT, red screen, Indian casino slot machines. They have the bingo patterns there. And I appreciate you joining Rick, Simplify, with that, I can see the bingo pattern, and the bingo pattern is going to be on your top left-hand side. When the machine is giving you cherries and or mixed bar every 1 out of 4, that means you're in the correct bet pattern. And I share this with a lot of my subscribers. I do about 10 to 20 pools. So if it's showing up, then I'm in the right pattern. It will probably, and again, I do not guarantee that you guys are going to win a jackpot. All the information I share are probability of winning, and that's why I collect a data of information and look at what are my probabilities of winning. How you doing, Lisa? How you doing, Belinda? Lisa is a subscriber. I appreciate you guys supporting the Hat Show page. Before I answer Belinda's question, let me finish off in regards to the tap 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 method. So I cycled through it because I'm looking at it's one, it slows my game down, and two, I tend to look at the bingo cards, and if the pattern, and there's a lot of patterns there, kind of like the private. If you guys look at it, there'll be the step ladder. So there's a lot. Most of the time, you'll get the cherry or the mixed bar. If that is showing up, that means I'm on the right bet pattern. So for those of you that subscribe, the reason I post the full video is you will see my process through. How you doing, Suzanne? My process through as far as reading the bingo cards, and I talk about it on my full video. I know some of you guys gets annoyed when I press the button several times, but that is what a lot of my subscribers say. The method, I use your method. That's pretty much it. Is how you doing, Jackie? Again, another subscriber. I appreciate you guys joining. So let's recap again. There's 4 parts into the method. 1, you got to have a goal. For me, it's $800 or above. I'm done. And most of the time, I'm winning $700. I'm winning 7,000, 2,000, 3,000. And again, that's playing, certain type of machine. 2, the data. As I mentioned, in December, some of the data have shifted. I shared with you guys, my lucky days are Wednesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes Saturday evenings. And three, how you doing, Diane? How you doing, Annabelle? Annabelle. Three, I play the same machines over and over. So if you guys are new to a particular casino, walk around or ask the pay attendant what's lucky, because those guys work for tips. They'll know which machines have paid out and stuff like that. With me having played for longer than 5 years, I've just been keeping track of my data for 5 years, but I've been playing longer than that. Again, I do a lot of observation. It's the Marine in me, where when I walk in, as my wife will say, my mind's kind of like a computer. I can look around, scan, and kind of figure out what's going on. And again, that's three, and then four is pretty much, again, it's the tap 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 1 2 3 method. All that does is just slows you down and makes you read the bingo machine. That's why I'm tapping. I'm reading the bingo machine instead of just tapping the pay button, and you're just cycling through a quicker loss. That's all it is. So hopefully that helps you guys. That's what a lot of my subscriber means when they say, "Hey, I use your method." You know, thinking ahead of what your goal is going to be. Sometimes you get lucky and win that big jackpot. Most of the times, I'm just going for a certain amount of dollar, and when I'm playing $10 machines, that's 80 credits. I'm giving out too much to my from my subscriber page, but 80 credits, it's a pretty good payout. That's $800 right away. Um, when you're playing $25, all you need is 55 credits. Actually, no, all you need is 40 credits. That's $1,000 already. 55 credits. That's 1375. That's most of the time what my jackpot's gonna be. So hopefully that helps you guys. So let's go over some of the questions. Belinda asked, "I play WinStar." I do. I've gone to WinStar. The data that I use, I apply to a lot of the casinos here in Oklahoma. I do apply the same math when I'm in Vegas, as far as what my lucky days, picking the same machine and everything else. Um, Annabelle, appreciate. Thanks for watching the video again. Appreciate you guys following. So as I mentioned, so hopefully that helps you. Every time I post that, people will say, "Hey, I use your tap 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 method," or "I use the 1 2 3." Pretty much that's what my followers and or subscribers talking about. And as far as the lucky days, as I mentioned, Wednesdays, Thursday are pretty lucky for me. Saturday into Sundays are pretty lucky for me. But for my subscriber, I'll give you guys updated for December. So after this live feed, I'm gonna do a video data breakdown for December. So tune in, because there's gonna be some very useful information. And all the information I share are not guaranteed for you guys to win a jackpot. For a cup of coffee, all it does is gives you the probability of my experience as far as winning. With me, the reason I walk away is I track my data. Once I win, I don't want to over provide too much information to my spreadsheet and collude my data. So with that said, hopefully that helps. Again, if you guys have any questions, I'll probably stay on for five more um, 5 more minutes. Last month, we did fairly good. We were up $15,000 for the month. We lost. I had 7 visits. I lost two of those visits. My goal is usually, try to lose one or two, which we did. You have a MCI for this knowledge. So one of the Rick is a Marine, and that is the Marine Corps Institute of Learning. You know, I will I will probably write a book about all this data information. I've spoken at Mensa before. If you guys are not familiar with Mensa, it's a high IQ society. Same thing. The data that I share with a lot of my subscriber followers are the same data that I provided during my speaking engagement. And again, some of these guys are the smartest guys in the world. If you cannot walk away, then the data is useless. Again, you got to walk in there. You got to have a set goal of walking in with a certain amount. And I call you guys, as I mentioned before, bandits, because I want you guys to win and get out. And that's it. Besides Gems and Jewel and Crazy Bill, what other games do you like? Appreciate Stephanie. So I do like the new Mr. Moneybags electronic machine and Neptunes. So thanks Stephanie. I know Choctaw is today is the 13th, so they've given 13 cars away. They're giving one car a day. The only reason I haven't won a car is as soon as I win, I take off. But if you guys want to cycle through tier credits, Neptunes and the Mr. Moneybags is a good way to cycle through credits. So sometimes when I'm there, when I want to play for a few hours, I will play those machines. I have played the 9 lines before, and the only reason I don't like playing 9 lines is because I do read the bingo cards, and there are 18 betting patterns times 9 into the 9 lines. So for me, it's hard to decipher. My mind's a computer, but it's not a mega computer. It's hard for me to decipher if I'm in the right bet combination for it to pay out. So most of the time when I'm playing other games, I just rely to what my probability of the day and times are. Am I going to win? Someone had actually asked on one of my stream, why do I look up my watch and give the time? I track the times of the day that I win. So there are certain percentages that I allot on my time frame, and I'll break that down also. So for those of you guys as a subscriber, I'll break that down to you guys. So yes, besides that, generally I will walk around and just look at other machines that are paying out, and I'll play them next time at the casino. What do you learn the bingo? How do you learn the bingo? So the bingo patterns, you pretty much just have to sit there and watch the payout or watch the bingos, because it's hard to teach the bingo patterns. I've done several videos on those. I'll look for them. I probably did it 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I'll look for them. If not, I will go to the casino and re-record the bingo patterns again. And all that is, and I usually tend to do it on and again, appreciate you. There's 50 of you guys live watching this video right now. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. So the bingo patterns, again, these only apply to a lot of the VGT machines. I know most of it for the Crazy Bills and the Gems and Jewel. There's someone at the door. That's why I'm looking at my window right now. With that said, I know those bingo patterns already, but if there's a certain machine that you guys like to play a lot, what I would suggest is sit there and probably spend 15 minutes looking at all the patterns. Best pattern to you, the best pattern for me, and the patterns for some reason the last 6 weeks have changed, and I do point that out when I'm reading the red screen pattern, that I've never seen these patterns before. Maybe the casino, I know that I do have at least 3 subscribers that work for the casino, so I don't know if they worked for the algorithm and changed the algorithm, but I know for a fact that some of the bingo patterns have changed. And again, I do have 3 subscribers that work for the casino. I know that for a fact. So maybe they're relying their information over. But the pattern for me is the Christmas tree, because once I see that, there's a lot of combinations, kind of like the private, the arrowhead, the Christmas tree. So when I see that, when I see that pattern, I know there's going to be a couple of payouts right there. Thank you. Appreciate all your info. Trying to be smarter, more disciplined. Again, appreciate you guys. So I want to break down to you guys also while we're talking about walking away. I know I've harped on it a couple times. So, and I do have a math on walking away also. So let's do this. I always tell my followers, when they always ask me, when do I walk away? Walk away when you've made a week's worth of paycheck, because you just bought yourself a week's worth of vacation. So let's just say, you make $40 an hour, right? Times 40. So if you make you profited $1,600, walk away, because you just bought yourself a week's paid of vacation. What's going on, Maher? I'm hoping to have him on the show. He is, for those of you guys want to aspire to be a type your Instagram on the comment section. You guys want to follow him because he just gambles. There's the uber high limit gamblers that's out there, and that's one. Follow him on the Instagram because he will post his videos out there. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you guys can see it. He's the one that's saying hello. So follow him on Instagram. I think his handle on Instagram is DJ. No, I forgot, but post it right there. If you guys want to follow an ultra high gambler, let me look it up. I'm trying to look up his. So follow MAHER _ DAGI. There you go. So follow him on Instagram. You will see a lot of. He's the one that won $2 million at one of the Florida casinos. So let me just go through some of. I could never win or on those machines, whether it's $5 machine or $1 or $3. And again, you don't have to. I did a video on if you're playing a dollar machine and you win $50 to $80, walk away. Go to another machine. That's it. Take a ticket out, walk away, and play another machine. You'll win another $50 to $80. And that's it. You got to have a goal. If your goal is $200 and you make $200, it's not that you're trying to win a jackpot. Same thing. I'm not trying to win a jackpot. It just so happens that the machine that I play are paying the jackpot amount, which is $1,200. Hot dogs. Jacob said hot dog. Hot dog is a pattern. A hot dog will pay you on a 3-credit 180 credits. With that said, that's $180 if you're playing a dollar machine. It's hard to walk away for sure. Yes, Joey had mentioned it's hard to walk away. So going back to that walk away mentality. So same thing. Let's just say you make $20 an hour. You win $800. You just bought yourself 1 week's paid vacation. Get up and walk away. So that mentality, once you apply that mentality, you will see that, one time one of my followers asked me, well, I want to pay my monthly bills. Your work will pay your monthly bills. Your wins is going to get you your time off. So that's what I told them. Should you play with or without? I always, one of the questions from Shannon is, should you play with or without the card? I always play with cards. I know a lot of people have that myth of the casino tracks. The casino does track your wins, but they cannot, automatically just tap in to tell the card to the machine to cut you off because you've been winning a lot. One of the benefits of playing with your win is getting a lot of comps, and a lot of comps is what sometimes pay offsets your losses. Like my trip to Vegas. Most of my trips to Vegas, all my hotels are comps. I feel like on the VG, Benjamin asks, I feel like on the VGT machines, if I don't bet max, I don't. It's not worth the payout. Yes and no, because depending on the amount that you're trying to win. So if you're like Maher and wants to win $1 million, he does bet a lot. If you guys follow him, he bets 125 to 250. But when he wins $250,000 to $350. So follow him because he will show you some of the machines that he plays. And if you guys are looking to pay your mortgage, the machines that he does, he will pay out. Last week, I think he netted $60,000. What is the best day to go? Pretty much the best day to go is still Saturday into Sunday, just because there's a lot of people playing. There's a lot of people cycling through. You see a lot of players. You'll see a lot of machines that could be lucky for you because they paid out. But for me, pretty much, I like to go when there's no one around. I go on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I was Royal status and Choctaw reset back to zero recently. Yes, if you're Royal, it will reset. Same thing. I was Onyx. I'm not Onyx anymore. I'm Royal now. It does reset back. If you're Onyx, it will just stay Onyx for a year. The reason I dropped off of Onyx and didn't play as much, the benefit of Onyx is not as good as before. And from what I'm hearing from Royal, they're almost the same. So right now I'm Royal, and my opinion, I feel like they are the same. Should we play with or without the card? Play with the card, just because you'll get a lot more comps when you're playing with the card. Thanks for the video. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I miss your method. I got in late. This will be posted for 30 days. What's good about Facebook is they'll have the video up for the next 30 days. So you could watch it again. That's from Pumpkin Stevenson. Watch it from the beginning. Once I end the stream, it'll repost it again. As far as best time to play, just depend. This is from my experience. For me, it's midnight. I play anywhere past 11 o'clock. Reset every six. Correct. Stephanie said resets every 6 months. She's Royal as well. That is correct. It actually resets every 6 months. But if you're Onyx and you don't make Onyx the first 6 months, you'll still be Onyx. And then if you don't make it again, then that's what happened to me. I didn't make it back to back 6 months and reset to Royal. But I made myself reset. I stopped going. I didn't go to the casino for like 3 months and just traveled. So there you go. All right. We've been running for almost, we'll run for 2 more minutes. We'll take a few more questions for 2 minutes. We'll be running for about 30 minutes. But as I mentioned, Pumpkin Stevenson, yeah, just when this repost again, just go back to the beginning. You will see the method. I just talked about it for like 6 minutes. Hopefully that'll help you guys. So if you have about a minute more, if you guys have any questions, if not, I had 80 inquiries yesterday and close to 150 inquiries about the method. That's why I wanted to do this video. Instead of answering each one of you guys, it'll take me a while. I'd rather do a video. My best hit in all my grand between 4. There you go. Maher said from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Do follow him on Instagram. The same thing. We talked about it. I'm going to have him on the show. We're going to talk about it. He is an ultra high stakes gambler. He goes to a lot of the casinos from Florida, a lot of the Hard Rock casinos. Do you recommend not going around the holidays? No, I actually do recommend holidays, but I don't recommend during New Year's. New Year's Day, there's a lot of people playing. The machine will sound like it's going to pay out, which they do sound like they're paying out because everyone's screaming. But it's low amount. Typically, there are lots of jackpots on New Year's. Yes, there is a lot of jackpots on New Year's night because they want you guys excited. Payouts are going to be from $1,200 to less than $3,000. I've done really well in smaller casinos, and correct, certain days are better. Yep. So you guys, I have a spreadsheet. You guys should keep track of a spreadsheet of all your wins. What I want you to put down there is what day that you won, what time you won, and do a percentage. And you will see. That's why I keep track of the time. You will see what's your lucky day, and that's all I share with a lot of my subscribers is the spreadsheet that I've created, 5 years worth of data. And it's much easier when your tax guy tells you, give me your data. And here you go. I just uploaded to him. So yeah, I apply the same data, not just at Choctaw. I applied at WinStar. I applied it when I went to Hard Rock and Tulsa. The math is there. Does it matter the size? Nope, it doesn't matter the size of the casino. If you could see Spec Glenn's comment that he plays at smaller casinos, sometimes it's the gas station casinos. A lucky machine is a lucky machine. That's one of the things that I talk about in my method is I play the same machines over and over and over. I went yesterday, made 120 and walked out happy. Yeah, like I said, you gotta have a goal. Sometimes you're not gonna win thousands of dollars. You just gotta be like, my goal is win $60. My goal is to win $80. I used to go to casinos 3-4 times a day, 3-4 times, and I'm losing, so I cut it down. If you're gonna spend thousands of dollars, you gotta know what you're doing. Same thing if you're paying someone to work $200-$400. If you gotta pay a lawyer $500, you gotta know it's gotta be good. So if you're gonna spend thousands of dollars, you gotta know that you're gonna be good at that. Hard Rock is building a place in Kingston, I hear. Yep, they are. And I think it's right by the river. Something like that. Maher would know because he is a big time Hard Rock guy. I think he's at the top tier level. I'll have been good walking away and going with a plan. Yep. All right, guys. So I appreciate your support. If you guys want to subscribe for the data, because I'll update the data. Like I said, it's just the cost of a coffee. It's $4.99. I'm thinking of actually raising it to $9.99 because some of you guys earning thousands of dollars out there. I played last week, and the 1 and the 7 would come out with the bars. It was that pattern. Do you think that's a losing pattern? Seems like when 7 comes out, usually, yeah. Usually when the 7 comes out, from my experience, it's kind of like, with the bars, it kind of throws you off. But you will rarely get the 7s. That's why, Lisa, you're a subscriber. Watch the video on the middle payout. It will help you understand it more. Right by West Bay Casino. Yep, fix tariffs on your yes, tariffs on my video. All right, guys. Appreciate the support. I will be out there at Choctaw later on today. I'll let you guys know if I do win. I'm ahead in December already. My goal is to, again, stay ahead most of the time. I appreciate you guys' support. Hit that like, hit that follow. If not, subscribe below. Thanks, guys. Thanks, bandits.